I'm Joe Mastriona. I'm from Arvada, Colorado. My company name is the Dream Builders Group, and it's a real estate investing company. And I've been doing it since 2007, so about 19 years. So before coaching with Samurai Success, I'd always had a pretty good business in my mind. But it was very chaotic. It was a lot of just running around, putting out fires left and right. And, I had success. I was making money. But I think that the biggest problem is I was working a lot of hours. And like I said, there was just a lot of chaos in the business. It was costing me family time. It was costing me a lot of stress and just overwhelm. And so even though I was, making money and doing deals, there was a negative, effect to that. One on my personal life, like I said, with my family, and also on my health. I was introduced to Samurai Success by another fellow colleague. I had known Travis for, many, many years, and we had done lots of deals together in real estate as well. And I really admired how well his systems and how he approached real estate because it allowed him to do more deals than I had ever seen anybody do deals. And so I was very, very interested. So there were some, of course, hesitations to, working with Samurai Success because it was going to be a change. I think that there's always hesitations. I mean, when you're being asked to maybe look at things differently as a business owner, because I think as business owners, we really get set in whatever way we've kind of been running the business. The reason why I committed and went forward with Samurai Success is because I internally knew that the way I was doing business wasn't fully working for my life. And it also wasn't working the way that I wanted to grow the business. I kept hitting a ceiling, a capacity, and I knew that Samurai Success could help me get past that. I started with Samurai Success in 2014 and was with Samurai Success for 5 years, all the way to 2019. Samurai Success helped me implement building systems and really specifically people and processes. That is something that I really took away from my time and work with Samurai Success was how to learn how to leverage other people and the processes that run the business. The process that really helped me was we ran a wholesale division in real estate, and we also ran a fix and flip. And so I think that the wholesale process was very critical because there is so many moving pieces to that. Now, I had that all in my head and used to be on maybe sometimes a sheet of paper, just scribble down things. But that process, working that with Samurai Success, and getting it out on a clean system company sheet that other people could pick up and run with was dramatically huge for my success. I learned about being a steward of my business with Samurai Success. It was the first time I had ever been introduced to that concept. As a small business owner, I think that I really related to me as being the business. And what I mean by that is, well, I'm the CEO. I get to do whatever I want. And Samurai Success helped me to be a better leader with being a steward of the business. And so taking on that role really helped me with becoming the true leader of the company as opposed to identifying myself as Joe is the Dream Builders Group. What that helped with is that one helped me detach from, me just being the business, but it also helped me to lead that business and everybody that was, working within the Dream Builders Group. What changed with me with being the leader was that I wasn't just focused on Joe anymore and what could the business do for me. Instead, I was really leading a team and a company And that really did. It made me a better leader because it wasn't just about Joe. Revenue before I started with Samurai Success was good. It doubled when we implemented the strategies, the processes, the systems, the people with Samurai Success. Yeah, the revenue doubled within a couple years. We immediately grew in revenue from the start. But it really like doubled, as like throughout time, throughout the 5 years. Because again, like we were handling more deals efficiently. So the really great thing is that I not only was making more money, my company was making more money, but I was working less, probably half the time. So I doubled my revenue and I brought down the amount of time that I was working by half, which is really amazing. Samurai Success helped me to look at the big picture, not in just business, but in life. And that helped me be a better leader, but ultimately be a better person. And so I would say that the revenue was amazing, because we doubled it. My time was reduced by half, but spiritually, I grew dramatically as well. And that was one of the biggest benefits of working with Samurai Success that I could ever have. Because revenue had doubled, I had decided to scale back. And that might be counterintuitive to some, but for me, it was something I wanted to do because I wanted, the whole time I wanted to get my time back. And with Samurai Success's help, that's what I was given. And so I took time off. It was a year and a half to 2 years because I had doubled my revenue throughout the time, and it allowed me to have that freedom, which gave me the lifestyle that I wanted. I not only wanted to make a lot of money in my business, but I wanted lifestyle, and it gave that to me. So I think the right business or leader that should work with Samurai Success is one that is struggling to keep up and maintain business, or they're having, like I was having problems hitting, a ceiling with capacity. So if you're having problems with capacity, you're having problems with efficiency, if you're working too much and not making the amount of money that you'd like to make, you should definitely work with Samurai Success. The people that won't benefit from Samurai Success would be the ones that are not willing to commit to playing full out, someone that is not coachable. If you are set in your ways and unwilling to not see it differently, then I don't think that this would be a good program for you with Samurai Success. Because one of the things that when I first came on, I realized is that Samurai Success is going to hold you massively accountable. And I wanted that. And if you don't want that, that's okay. But this is not the program for you. Where I think I would be if I didn't coach with Samurai Success is I wouldn't be in the financial position that I'm in with being able to take, almost 2 years off, spend it with my family. I would still be in the foxhole, so to speak, grinding and digging and just trying to push and being frustrated with the capacity and also being frustrated with how much I'm working and not being able to get to the real goals that I wanted to get to.